Every so often, there's a quiet moment when you notice something unusual about your life. While the world seems filled with laughter, social gatherings, and constant connections, your phone barely buzzes, and invitations are rare. At first, it might feel like something is missing, like you're falling behind in a race others don't even seem to have started. Loneliness whispers its familiar doubts. Are you failing? Are you too different? Are you missing something fundamental? But here's the subtle truth. What feels like emptiness might actually be a sign of strength, a reflection of depth rather than deficiency. The lack of friends, or even being alone most of the time, is not a flaw. It's a signal that you're on a path not everyone is equipped to walk. And if you stay until the end, you might see solitude not as a curse, but as a rare kind of power. Most people measure life by the number of people around them, the notifications, the constant chatter. When those signals are missing, it feels like a personal deficiency. But that perspective overlooks something essential. Your inner world is the foundation of your life, and how you manage it determines the quality of everything else. People rush into social circles to escape silence, to distract themselves from the truth that their mind is alive with thoughts that can't be shared lightly. And yet, those quiet moments, when observed calmly, reveal more about your character than any crowded room ever could. It's in these moments that you either surrender to the noise of comparison or learn to anchor yourself in something deeper. Choosing solitude over shallow connections is not loneliness, it's self-mastery. The core idea is deceptively simple. The people who stay in your life, or the absence of them, mirrors your priorities, values, and the depth of your inner world. Stoicism has taught for centuries that true strength comes not from approval or companionship, but from self-governance. When you learn to value quality over quantity, the external world loses its grip on your mood and focus. You don't need constant validation because your peace is self-sourced. Anger, frustration, or envy often arises when we expect others to fill spaces that only we can inhabit. By understanding what you can and cannot control, you redirect energy away from the trivial and toward your own growth. This clarity creates a turning point. Suddenly, being alone doesn't feel like deprivation. It feels intentional, purposeful. You begin to see that your quiet life is a reflection of intentional design, not of neglect or failure. Imagine a person who always tried to belong, attending every social gathering, saying yes to every invite, and pushing through countless shallow interactions. Yet, a persistent restlessness lingered, a feeling that no connection really resonated. One day, exhausted and frustrated, they decided to step back. They stopped forcing connections and allowed themselves silence, even if it felt uncomfortable at first. Slowly, they noticed a change. Without the constant distraction of casual chatter, they began thinking clearly, feeling deeply, and noticing small details in life that had gone unnoticed. They realized that their previous attempts at belonging were diluting their sense of self. By embracing solitude, they didn't lose connection, they gained presence. Over time, interactions that did occur were richer, more meaningful, and aligned with their values. Solitude, once feared, became a practice of strength rather than a symptom of weakness. From this, practical insights emerge. First, your value is not determined by the crowd. Recognize that the lack of social validation frees you to focus on your principles, growth, and focus. Second, choose your circle deliberately. Not everyone deserves access to your time and energy. Reserving space for the right people amplifies meaningful connections. Third, treat solitude as a training ground. The quiet builds resilience, mental clarity, and emotional independence. Fourth, understand that the right connections appear in the right season. Trying to force companionship is a distraction. Your depth naturally attracts those who resonate with it. Lastly, reflect on your interactions regularly. Ask, does this person elevate my life or merely fill time? Acting consciously rather than reactively ensures that relationships enrich rather than drain your energy. In the closing reflection, remember this: life isn't shaped by how many friends you have, but by the quality of your attention, presence, and inner clarity. Standing alone and feel daunting, but it cultivates self-respect, wisdom, and calm that no crowd can provide. The absence of shallow friendships is not emptiness. It is a sign that your values are intact and that you refuse to compromise depth for convenience. In those quiet moments, when the world slows down around you, you are free to observe, reflect, and grow. Solitude is not the absence of life, it is the refinement of it. And when the right people finally appear, they will meet the full, unfiltered version of you. The relationships that emerge will be rare, authentic, and enduring. As one might say, solitude is the forge of strength. The quietest moments often reveal the loudest truths about who you are.